of the pirate ship ready to fire in the north end zone. We can only be one place. Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa, the home of the Buccaneers. On the return is Sean Tucker. Down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run with the third-year man. It's Rashad White. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. The veteran Josie Jewell there for the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll motion a tight end right. On 2nd down, Baker. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Third and 6. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That's taken in, and he'll be stopped short of a first down. That will necessitate to the punt team. It's 4th down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense, a shallow route, this is something that they know in the future. If I need to come back to this play.
Blackshear, and he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Here's Young now to throw right away. That's to the rookie, Leggett. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
And really nice catch here by Leggett, and these are the weapons that they're trying to continue to surround Bryce Young with. He didn't have a lot to work with his rookie year, and now in comes a first-round draft pick. Big, physical, great with the ball, and can really go up and compete. It took him a few years at South Carolina to put it all together. This past season as a senior, 2nd in the SEC receiving yards with over 1,200. So this is a guy that has big ability, and he's going to be a big part of this Panthers offense going forward.
Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Hubbard. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Hubbard. And the drive will continue. Good run down to and a first down. Mingo, the man in motion. Throw on 1st and 10. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Lavonte David. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Baker gonna hand it to White. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And they will continue to go towards. He's taken down for a sack.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. Pressure coming right at him. And instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Panthers offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Young. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big...
That one into the hands of Moore downfield. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Moore going in motion. Young to throw on 1st down. Right back to Moore, another grab. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the gun, it's Young. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
The defense's strategy down here defending their own red area, Mike, is either takeaways or field goals. And I think after that last sack, this drive is trending a little bit more towards 3. A couple plays ago, it was looking a lot more like they were going to give up 6.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
Multiple.
So 3-0 our score, and we are set for the dynamic kickoff. On the return, here comes Tucker. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The BUCS offense headed back to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Throwing is Mayfield. There's Evans. He's got it. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. To throw is Mayfield. He'll find his running back, White. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
On first down, it's White. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. They'll go again with White. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing is Baker. This pass is caught by Cade Otton. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield. They get them now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That is caught at the 3. And he's going to take it into the end zone. It's a touchdown. There is a penalty marker down, but it looks like this one's going to hold up.
Mike, this is a great example of a wide receiver who just truly understands the concept of spacing. When you're open, stay open. If you're not, get open. And when you can do that and operate in the middle of the field, man, you are such a weapon and a reliable target for your quarterback. It's a great example of it here. He works to stay open, middle of the field, ball's on target. It's an easy touchdown.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Raheem Blackshear on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Panthers offense ready to get back at it. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Tremble comes in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Young. He'll find his tight end, Tommy Tremble. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. And they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position, but this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
In trouble, and down he goes.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
So, backed up at 3rd and long. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. The Bucs have the early lead. We'll have more from Tampa after this. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Tremble comes in motion. Out of the shotgun, Young. Looking left side is tight end Tremble.
Nice job here by the defense. They understood this quarterback is looking to push this ball downfield past the line to gain, and he's got no choice but to check it down short to the tight end, rally tackle, and brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, the longtime special teams ace, Johnny Hecker on to punt. Back deep for the Bucs, their speedster. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They send Evans in motion. On 1st down is Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to White. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On 2nd down, Baker. And that ball incomplete over the middle. He was looking for Rashad White out of the backfield. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early eats up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. He finds his tight end, Keith. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gainless down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
The give to White. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. Third and 5. That's Palmer, the man in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. That's a set to this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Here's a give up the middle with White. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. Tight end going in motion here. Another run here with White. And he will score. Rashad White. Touchdown.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. It's caught. Mingo with the grab. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Now a 3rd and 2. Now Young. That's into the hands of Mingo. He's going to have that 1st down, gain of 6 as they convert on 3rd down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Young hands it to Hubbard. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5. Another run here with Hubbard. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Sending a receiver right. On 2nd down, Young. This one to the tight end, Tremble. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Mingo, the man in motion. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. And that is incomplete.
Well, we sit up here all the time and we try to break down why certain plays work or don't work. Well, this one's not real tricky. I mean, he just simply needs to catch the ball. I mean, that close to the 1st down chain, if he just catches that ball and turns upfield, they extend this drive. He's got to come over to the sideline, take a deep breath, tell his guys, hey, man, that's on me. And he's got to go out and make that next play because his team's going to need him to play better as the rest of this game continues.
So Pinheiro had the field goal a moment ago. And now he's back out to kick it away. To return is Tucker. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. A tight end in motion now. On the ground is White, and he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. With the middle of the field, he's got Evans. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Nice grab there by Evans. And at this point, Mike, it's really hard to argue against him being a future Hall of Famer. I mean, he currently holds the NFL record, the most consecutive 1,000-yard seasons to start a career. And at the look of it, I don't think there's any signs of him slowing down.
A short one there to Otten. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 50. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The tight end going in motion to the left. On the give, it's White. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. They'll run over center with White. And the Bucs are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. They'll run with White. He slams it in there, and he is in. Rashad White, touchdown Buccaneers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Receiver in motion, going right. Young to throw on 1st and 10. That one taken in right side by Leggett. A second down throw for Young. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Young. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Buccaneers offense ready to take over once again. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Mayfield. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Here's 3rd and 2. They send Evans in motion. Throwing is Baker. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Baker to throw. This one caught left side by Evans. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome, so it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
He'll try to hit him with a screen.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. He'll find his running back, White. Second and 7. Mayfield. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
They'll go. It's White.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
The Bucs offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. And they start in the best possible situation. It is 1st and goal. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And this is incomplete, but it looked like that defender got a head start. Let's check the call. So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Throwing is Mayfield. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. This, about as short as you can get. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Bucs going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the 1st half. Four seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The Panthers offense going to get it one final time in this 1st half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. To throw is Young. Gonna look deep, looking for more. That's gonna be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st and 10, here's Young. Short one there, caught by Tremble. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Second and a yard. Moore going in motion. On second down, Young. That'll be taken in by Moore. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
On first down is Young. A throw there, caught by Leggett. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go finish with 6.
Young to throw on first down. That's to the left side, hauled in by Leggett. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Young. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
On third down, here's Hubbard. They'll put him down right at the 20, but they'll also move the sticks. That is a first down picked up. Here's a handoff to Hubbard. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Tremble comes in motion. They'll run it. It's out of the gun, and it's Hubbard. And he's in! Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers.
That's a heck of a run right there, and I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, here comes Tucker. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Get this complete right side to Otten. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That's his tight end, Otten. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer.
On first down is Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To throw is Mayfield. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angles so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. He finds his tight end, Keith. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. We'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front, and they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon, and frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again. Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. They send Evans in motion. Throwing is Baker. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go. Mayfield. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to have that first down. They didn't want to settle for 3. And now it's 1st and goal. Now Mayfield. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Trey Palmer. Touchdown, Tampa. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Buccaneers will extend this third quarter lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. On the return, here comes Blackshear. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The visitors' offense back onto the field. For the possession, they'll begin with 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll go again with Hubbard. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Finding yourself down here multiple scores in the second half, the defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
On 1st down, it's right back to Hubbard. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. On the give, it's Hubbard. And that'll be a pickup of 3. On 2nd down, a run with Hubbard. And he will work his way to the 11-yard line. Good running and a 1st down. On the give, it's Hubbard. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
A 2nd down throw for Young. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
As you could probably imagine, Mike, this one really burns me. I mean, man, I wish my fellow tight ends catch every ball the entire game, but to be this open and not come down with it, I'm going to have to set a reminder. Next year at TEU, we're going to have to bring out some jugs machines.
It's caught. Mingo with the grab. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Eddie Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now. This about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Panthers are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
So Pinheiro had the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back out to kick it away. To return is Tucker. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion right. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. He was trying to fit that one in to Mike Evans. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Baker going to hand it to White. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Third and 9. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Baker to throw. Going up top for Evans. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Moore going in motion. Young to throw on 1st and 10. Going to set up the screen here to Hubbard. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the shotgun, Young. Catch is made, that's Mingo. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Young. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Jonathan Mingo, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
He's got room at the 30. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he will score! Game on! Jatavion Sanders! Touchdown, Carolina. So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for 1 and make it a 1-possession game. Or some people think about going for 2 here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for 2, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look at it is I need a 2-point conversion at some point. But I want to know now, am I down truly 2 scores, or am I able to get it down to 7 and truly make it a 1 score? So I'm going for 2 now, and I want to know what the rest of this game looks like. How many possessions do I need?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. On the return, here comes Tucker. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. Drive begins with a run by White. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. Mayfield to throw. The second down throw is incomplete. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it. Here's White. Good work on the ground. He's got it. First down. Up at about the 42. Here's Mayfield. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
One of the biggest differentiators for a lot of these defenders, Mike, is a lot of them can stay in tight coverage. But where the special guys separate themselves is what do they do once the ball is in the air? They almost turn into offensive players with their ability to track it, and this is a great example here why.
One of the tight ends in motion right. Throwing on second down, Mayfield. To the middle of the field, he's got Evans. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Second down throw for Mayfield. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Linebackers in general have the reputation of being very instinctive players, and I think we saw it there on that last pass breakup. The ability to diagnose and read the play almost before it even starts. It allows it to be in the right spot at the right time and allows them to make the play.
Here comes Otten in motion. They go play action with Mayfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
On second down, Baker was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Now Mayfield. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Trey Palmer. Touchdown Buccaneers. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. The Panthers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Moore going in motion. Young to throw on first down. That one incomplete. He'll try again. It's second and 10. Here's the pistol snap to Young. That's to the right side and incomplete.
I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
From the gun here on third down, it's Young. He'll dump this down to Hubbard. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. They'll go. Young. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on downs. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On play action, Mayfield. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
They'll put a receiver in motion right. From the gun, it's Mayfield. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. Here's a 3rd down and 4. On 3rd down, it's White. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Buccaneers will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter. McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. On the return, here comes Blackshear. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. On play action, Young. He keeps it himself.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
On 2nd down, Young. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete. Here comes 3rd and 6. Here's Young. That's into the hands of Mingo. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Young. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Taken back to the other side of midfield.
I mean, here's a guy in Braswell that really had to wait his turn at Alabama. We don't see that very often from these college players, Mike, where they sit and develop. So give him a lot of credit. Had career highs with 8 sacks and 10.5 TFLs last year. So this is a guy they think that's just getting better and better. And in this Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense with Todd Bowles, they think he's the perfect coach to get the most out of him. Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. This one, incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. First and 10. Here's a give up the middle with White. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Another run here with White. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They'll go again with White. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. The Buccaneers getting their punter out there, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Panthers offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To throw is Young. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
Well, fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out or it certainly needs to be protected.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Throwing is Young. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
It is 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Tremble comes in motion. On 4th down, Young. That one on target to Moore. And he's going to have a Panthers 1st down. They'll get the conversion It's a gain of 14. Here's Young. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So, fire the cannons. It's a win for the Bucs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. And in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Buccaneers get the win, as we say so long from Tampa.